Yo, 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 what's up, everybody? Welcome back. Today we are working on my TV tracker program, and the topic for today is trying to add multiple playthrough support. So, context for the project, I have this TV tracker. The idea here is that, like, when I'm watching a show, I will go into this thing and I will like click these buttons and say I've watched this episode. And what happens is, when the show comes back on the air later, it shows up in this next subcategory, and that way I don't forget to watch a TV show that I liked. I also have this like rating scheme where I can kind of like categorize them into whatever categories I want. And they're kind of like pretty custom. So I have like, my favorites. Ooh, new episode. I like it. Like slop, slop, slop. Like, wee. I liked it, but I didn't keep watching. Like, I watched these ones because they were for the meme. Actually, fuck you for the Game of Thrones category, so stuff like that. So the idea here is that like I like snapshot this website and send it to my friends when they're like, "Have you seen any good TV recently?" I'm like, "Here's the list of everything. Take a look if you care." And yeah, so what I've been working on since yesterday is the ability to add like rewatch support to a TV show. So I saw something on the internet. It made me think of Suits as well as of Sons of Anarchy. I was looking at like both of these. I was like, you know what? I haven't watched these for like 10 years, and it would be kind of fun to like go back and rewatch and see if I still categorize them the same. Right? This one I ranked as I like it, and Suits I ranked as I like it. Do I still put them as I like it? I don't know. And so started on yesterday the ability to we added like a little button here that says like number of playthroughs, and you can like switch that to playthrough 2. And the idea there is that it will reset everything to the unwatched state without like clobbering the state of you have watched these in the past. We added database support yesterday for this, so I think that we added. Let's see if we can SQLite browser test DB. We added to our like watch status. So these are like episodes that we've watched with a given watch date. We had this like playthrough ID here, as well as for skipped episodes, we added a playthrough ID. So now hopefully we have all the information in the database to pull out, like, did we skip this episode? Did we watch it? Etc. But we were struggling a little bit with the format of this data when we return it to the client, because it looks something like you have like an episode, and this episode has like watch status before, right? That was kind of like the only field in here. And so it was either like it either said like unwatched or watched with some like watch date, as well as skipped. Those were like kind of like the three states. Now this is turned into like an array that needs to kind of like show all playthroughs, right? So we have like watch status is going to be watched on the first one, skipped on the second one, unwatched on the third one, right? Now, the problem that we ended up with at the end of last stream was that in the database, this is just stored as like episode ID, watch date playthrough, right? In one table. This is the one for the watch state. And then we have another one that's like episode ID playthrough. This is like skipped table, and this is the watched table, right? Now, say that you have watched this on your first playthrough, you have not watched on your second playthrough, and you have watched on your third playthrough. What you would see in your database is you would have, episode 45 has been watched on October 2000 or something, 2010, right? We watched this in October 2010 on playthrough 0. And now we're on playthrough 1, or on playthrough 2, we've watched this in October 2024, right? Great. But the 1 isn't in the database, right? Which is fine. It's fine if you only have 3 playthroughs, but what if you have 4 playthroughs? Now you have like 2 implicit things that are missing from the array. So the case of like the stuff in the middle, that's easy to resolve, right? You just kind of like say, my array is going to be at least as large as the biggest number. But you also have to check, wait. Have we watched any episode in this whole TV show? Like, what is the highest playthrough ID for any episode in the whole show? That's what we have to track. And so we were starting to work on that yesterday, and then I was just like, I don't want to do SQL stuff, and it's 4 o'clock. So that is where we are picking up. So we kind of wrote down here, hey, we need to get num playthroughs for a show. And we use that to set the size of this array. And so we were going to write this SQL query. That's where we started. Oh my god, this is so sick. I want this, but where do you retrieve the actual data from? Data comes from TV Maze, I think, because it had a API with no authentication that I could use. And then I believe that movie data comes from Open Movie Database or something. OMDB, yeah. So this is where movie data comes from. Okay. So I guess we just start by running an SQL query. Let's just fucking run it. So I guess it is 0520, and let's get moving. Let's write some code. So all episode IDs. Let's SQLite browser this thing. Let's just kind of like take a peek and see what he looks like. So we have shows, which has yeah, so we're gonna work on a show basis. And show presumably has, I think show has a show ID, and then we tie that to episodes by the episode ID, right? So show has ID here, and then for each episode, we sort all episodes for all TV shows in one table, but they're linked to a show by their show ID. So our SQL query is going to basically start by, it's going to not look at the show table at all. We don't care about that at all. We're just going to look at the episodes table. We're going to do something that's like select star from episodes where show ID is equal to, you know, like 14, I think was the one we were playing with yesterday. Right, okay, sick. So here are all the episodes for the show Black Sails. Which is why they have these like funny like names. It's because these are like chapter names. But okay, so now if we want to count find the highest playthrough, we probably want to join here. Let me think for a second. I guess we want to like select all the playthroughs. So it's like select star from episode watch status, right? Where episode ID is in this set, right? That kind of makes sense to me. So here we're going to say select ID from here. And so this should give us the watch statuses for every episode. No, near S. So where episode in, can I not do like new lines like this? Is that not allowed? Let's try that. At line 1. Okay, yeah, so this works, right? So now we have playthrough IDs for every episode in the show. Can we sort by episode by? Can we do like sort by episode ID or something? Just so they're like in fucking order? No? Is there no like order by? Right, because this started at 7710, but we unmarked those as watched the last time. Is the show icons as blob and SQLite or just URL to file? I think I download them and then cache them somewhere. I think that they're in cache here for posters, and then I just kind of like yoink all these URLs. I think the URL for the poster is in the database, and then we just cache them as we need on the server, and then re-up from then the client doesn't need to make any requests to anywhere but our server. Okay. So I think this will give us like, if we can do like max playthrough ID, this should tell us the highest playthrough ID for this TV show. Nice. And then I guess we need to do this twice, once for the watch status and once for the skip thing. Can you? We could get a little clever here. I think that we can do, dude, I'm gonna lose my mind. Okay, so if we do episode watch status, can we do outer join skipped episodes on episode watch status dot id is equal to skipped episodes dot id? Does that give us something interesting here? What's he mad about? Unknown join type outer. What are like our SQL join types? Our SQL join types. Inner join, left join, cross join. So cross join gives us wait, okay, left join tells me things that are on the left, we match them to the thing on the right. But what if we're just trying to say, give us fucking both tables? Inner join says on some conditions. So I guess we do want cross join, which is like fucking everything. Yeah. Okay. So no on clause here. So this should give us all elements from both tables. Then here we want where skipped episodes dot episode ID in. Can we do like something clever like or episode watch status episode ID in? Can we do this where one of the two of these things is in that big group? He's mad about another ambiguous. We'll just get rid of this order by. Fuck that shit. Okay, so what do I do star here? Okay, he doesn't like that, probably because this or thing is a shit show. So we kind of probably need to do where episode watch status dot episode ID is in that. Okay. Oh, this is definitely not what we want, huh? Cross join is giving us literally every single combo. So we probably want inner join. And then does inner join give us nulls on both sides? Or does it or is it only when they both have it? If the join condition divides to true, the columns from are included in the result set. Otherwise, not. Okay. That's kind of shit. None of these are really what I want. So I guess we just have to. It seems like the easiest thing to do is just to run this twice, instead of trying to get clever here. So if we want to see the maximum of either table, then we can just run this twice. That's fine. Yeah, okay, that's fine. So what's he select star from this where episode ID in that, and then we just do this twice, right? We do select star from skipped episodes, which is kind of unfortunate. I was trying to find a way to do it twice. But you know, without having to do it twice, but whatever. Subquery. Not sure. My SQL is not very good. So I'll just do this. We'll just do this. So max playthrough ID here, and then we'll do max playthrough ID here as well. Alt F4, thanks for the raid. What's up, guys? What is up? If the right side can be null, we can use left join. If it's either side could be null. I was trying to just get like the maximum of both of these tables in one statement. I don't know how simple that is. Welcome Alt F4 viewers. We are working on our TV tracking website. So here is an example of the website. So we have like watch status for shows. Anything that we have started but have not finished shows up here. As new episodes air, the poster re-shows up here. I know, oh, time to watch TV. Wow, new season, hooray. And then I go watch TV, great. I want to rewatch some TV shows I watched in the past. Suits, The Office, Breaking Bad, Sons of Anarchy, you know, tons of stuff that I watched like over 10 years ago. And I just want to like watch it again, maybe, because I'm sure as fuck not finishing Snowpiercer, I'll tell you that much. And so I'm like, now I don't want to watch any of this stuff that I said I wanted to watch right now. I want to watch something I already know I like. So we are adding the ability to play, to add like a second playthrough. Our database is not really in like the perfect state for this. We are currently working on basically making it so that, did we lose it? We might have lost it. Here. We're trying to make it so that our watch status for each episode has the status for each playthrough, but the problem is that the playthroughs are kind of like implicitly defined by the maximum playthrough ID for any episode. So we're kind of just working on figuring out, well, how many playthroughs does a show have right now? That's kind of what we're trying to add in. And I think we have our SQL statements ready to go. So we're just going to be like, here we're going to take the maximum of each of these. So I guess we can maybe try to get clever here. These are the same thing, the same fucking query, just which table we're pulling from is slightly different. So here we can say we will inject the table name, and then we can say for table name in, is this how you do this in this language? I don't fucking remember, dude. For table name in episode watch status and skipped episodes, we're gonna do something. So we're gonna be like, I want to run this query on this thing. So I guess query string is gonna be this. Normally we would say, please fucking sanitize your inputs. But in this case, I don't really think we have to, because like we kind of know that we have like defined table names. So fuck it. I guess in this language you can do this. Okay. And while we're here, we kind of know that this is just an integer as well. So if we're gonna be doing this, if we're gonna be doing it, we might as well. So here will be like table name, and here will be like show ID 0. And we'll just say like note sketchy string string interp for query, but we know we can only insert a number or a predefined table name, so get off my back. Get off my back. It's fine. I think stir implements display, so you can put it inside the thing directly. I can't do the. I think you can't do anything that has the like a .0 here though, right? So this is a strong type show ID that is like just a wrapper around like a number. So I think that in order to pull that number out, I think I have to do it like outside like this. I think. Okay, so then we should just be able to be like, yo, run this fucking query. And we should be able to just get like one row. So this is going to be, I guess we have to make our statement. We have to make our statement. Can we do like let transaction is equal to connection self connection transaction? Oh, geez. What did I just do? Oh, God. Bigger, 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 bigger. Self connection transaction. And then I think that we probably have to restart this thing because the language server crashed. That's cool. For table name, here we go. Okay. So cannot borrow connection as mutable. Okay. Mutable borrow occurs here. Okay. So then we just go transaction. I don't know if this is how you're supposed to get like one, I'm just trying to get like one view for multiple queries, So that's why I'm doing it this way. Oh my God, dude. I tried to like make my error types nice and like correct in this project a while ago, and it's such a pain when prototyping, dude. It's actually so awful. Like, look how much code I wrote just for like fucking errors. Like, these are all the ways that we can fail. Like, fuck this shit, dude. I should never have done this. But we are where we are, so I'll just unwrap while we're on stream, and I'll go back and tidy up later. Okay, so we have a statement. We get the rows, and we should say rows next. Okay, let row is equal to this. And we unwrap again because I'm a lazy piece of shit. And then we should row get 0. No? what, I'm sure we've done this before. How do we pull a thing out? Yeah, row get. Yeah, this is what we're gonna get. What are you fucking complaining about? Row get 0 is what I expect to work here. But do I need to unwrap again? Double unwrap. I guess we say if this is let how do you do this in this language? If let sum this it's like let sum row equals this else continue or something. Is this what I want? I just realized you were doing Rust. It's been a while, man. It's been a while. Rust let sum binding. I don't remember how to fucking do this. If let. I don't want like if let. I just want like the one that does it or else. Let else. Here we go. Let sum this is equal to this, else that. Yeah, okay, that's what. Oh, yeah. Oh, he just wants it in braces, probably. Nice. Let's go. Okay, so then we have the row thing, and the row should just be the max playthrough ID. So here we'll stash like the, var max, not var. Let mute max playthrough ID is equal to 0. Here we'll say max playthrough ID is equal to the max playthrough ID, or whichever of these is bigger. Whichever of these is bigger. That should do it. That should do it. You can also do unwrap or, but I'm not sure it would work for your need. Yeah, I think that if I did unwrap or, I wouldn't be able to like auto continue the loop. I think. All right. Sure. I'm pretty sure you're supposed to do some sort of like map thing, right? This is like the rusty way to do this would be to make like an iterator out of these and then do like fold or map or something, but probably not map. It would be like fold or accumulate or something so that I didn't have to make this mutable, right? But shut the fuck up. I'm not going to do that. I don't want to. All right. All right, so this should give us the max playthrough ready. Guys frowny facing because I told him to shut the fuck up. I do not write idiomatic Rust code. Yeah, I'm over it, I think. I think after writing a bunch of like normal code, I'm so over it. Okay, this bitch is mad because I cannot borrow self as mutable because he's already borrowed as mutable probably by this statement. So we probably have to do some bullshit where we like slap this in a scope and then do like let episode equals here so that we can drop anything that we didn't want. So it's probably something like this. Yeah. Oh, he's actually still mad. Cannot borrow. Oh, it's actually just because I'm a dumbass and it's not mutable here. Why does he have to be mutable? Because creating a transaction requires mutable? Is that why? Transaction requires a mutable connection? Yeah, it does. I see. Fine. Fine. We'll make this fucking mutable then. You happy? Little whiner? But we still have the same problem. We do have to do that trick as well. Where we put all of this stuff in a block so that the statement gets dropped. And there we go. Chillin'? Chillin'. Let's go. Oh, Rust helpers, to be honest though, they're so nice. Yeah, they're not too bad. They're not too bad. I will say, like, some of the optimizations they do on iterators are like super fucking cool as well. Like the idea that like you call like vec, like if you do like vec of u32 or something, and you call like map collect on this thing, and you're trying to like map this thing into like a vec of like u16s or something, right? This will like, or try you do like some sort of like u16 from u32 or something, right? This allows this like crazy optimization where the vec of u16 that you get out of this is the same fucking memory. The pointer to the vec of u16 is the same pointer to the vec of u32. because they can do all sorts of like crazy like back checking and stuff. It's very cool. They do a lot of cool stuff with like the immutability stuff. It's just I don't want it. It's too hard. Too hard. Okay, num playthroughs for show. We probably have the same fucking problem over here. So we'll kind of just slap this up at the top, and then that kind of solves some stuff for us. We need immutable here, I guess. Okay, and then num playthroughs for show. Then we have the same fucking mutability problem. This one's already mutable, but he's probably bitching that self is already in use because the statement here. So here we're trying to loop through for every show. We're trying to get like, this is to populate the calendar view. Here we're getting like in one query all episodes for all shows aired between these dates. And so here he's like basically running this statement over and over again. I guess we could like re-prepare the statement every time. That's annoying. You know what? Fuck it. We won't run this as a transaction. That just makes my life easier. That just makes my life easier. I don't give a shit. You know, if somehow it gets out of sync, I don't give a shit. I don't think that should ever actually happen. I do not think. So here we'll just go. Oh, we already fucked it up anyways. Okay. Unwrap on a result value. Oh, sure, he's bitching. He's like, don't use unwrap. You're an idiot. But I know that. I don't care. So let's see if our app doesn't fucking crash now when we try to use it. Because I think that was the state we were in before where just shit fell over. Okay, so here we go. Okay, wait. So I can mark some of these as watched, but not others. It seems like I can't mark them as watched if they were not watched on the previous playthrough. Oh, we also have poisoned locks. We have a panic here. Invalid column type max playthrough ID on null. So it's 621. This could error. So I kind of assumed that max would work on a null return. Oh, this is probably saying like, let max is going to be an option U64. Then I do this. Then we say, or we'll call it like this max, and let this max is equal to, let's sum this max equal to this max, else continue. And then we say this max. There we go. Yeah, that should do it. Should be fine. He's mad. You expected use size found U64. Fine. We'll write use size here. Little fucking whiner. This guy's always complaining. All right, refresh. Okay, so now updating playthrough 0 to unwatched. He's not touching playthrough 3. It seems like we can change some of these. Kind of feels like it's working that way. This is problematic though. I don't understand. So if it's unwatched, yeah, it's like if I set it to watch on the first playthrough, then I can change it on the second playthrough. But if I have it unwatch on the first playthrough, then I can't change it. So we'll figure out what's going on there. We'll see what's going on there. So can we look at like what we're actually requesting when we do that? Let's go and click this button. Okay. So we tried to put here, or we tried to put status 0 unwatched. So we're just doing something fucking dumb, stupid, dumb. I guess we should also check, I guess, that when we get the initial episode count, we're kind of hoping that every single episode in here has multiple watch statuses, right? So we're expecting to see. So this is bad. This is bad because some of these are like, they have like inconsistent sizes, which means that our num playthrough checks are not coming in right. It's possible that we didn't get episodes for show. So we are supposed to append the watch status with the num playthroughs. Are we just doing this wrong? Num playthroughs. So we resize this thing to be, we have this many unwatched episodes, right? Unconditionally. We should be able to get rid of these checks that kind of like expand the thing. Okay, sure. And let's see if that doesn't crash. If that crashes, that means that our num playthrough calculation is wrong. Which might be a problem. And it is. Okay, so I think that probably we probably need a +1 somewhere. We're probably off by 1. I would bet here that we are taking the maximum playthrough ID, which if we have like 0 and 1, that means we have 2 playthroughs, right? So this needs to be +1. Oopies. Oopies. It's a hard life. So hopefully that means that the usage of this makes more sense now. Okay. Hell yeah. So now we skip the first 3 episodes on the first playthrough. On the second playthrough, we watch them. What if we put them to unwatched over here? Looks like that's working. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. All right. Pretty sick. Pretty sick. Okay. So what happens now if I click mark all unwatched? That looks like it's doing the right thing, where it only unmarked for the playthrough that I had selected. So I can go back and mark everything watched here, then here nothing is watched, and I can watch one thing. So if I go back here and I refresh, we should see num playthroughs 0 for the show. We should see that. So can we look at probably show 14? We got here. This is where that num playthrough is coming from. It's like the count in each of these. So then if I go here and I watch an episode and I refresh this thing, no payload here. Response. What the fuck is this? Oh, this is the fucking the image, probably the poster. So it's probably this one. So these didn't extend. This is a problem. Also, the fact that I've watched more episodes than have aired, this is a problem. So it looks like what we're doing here is we're counting the next playthrough as part of the previous playthrough, which is a mistake here. So let's fix that. So we'll say this was like finish episode watch status. And I think that we're going to have to update the show watch status now. I believe. So update show watch status. So the idea here is that on this like overview, this overview page, we don't want to query every single episode in the database because there's a lot of them. So what we do is we only ask for a show object. And the show object has like a summary. The show object has like a summary of how many episodes we've watched, and that allows us to decide like, oh, so there's been like more episodes errors than we've watched or skipped. And it allows us to draw these like little overlays of like how far into each show we are. That previously was one number, right? Num episodes watched was like there was only one playthrough. But now we have multiple playthroughs, and so that like format has to be an array. And I think we're probably just not handling that right yet. I think we kind of stubbed some stuff out the other day, and we just like never really fixed it. So like if we look at like types.rs, we can see it here somewhere, TV show. So we're kind of trying to make sure that these things are in the right state now. So you can look in dbrs, where does this episode's watched come from? Yeah, so we're just like, oh, I guess we will. Yeah, okay. So we just uh query for all episodes for the show, probably. I think I saw like a get shows query here. Yeah, so we did this like mega query before, where we would look at all of the things from our count from episodes. So this calculates the aired episodes, number of aired episodes. This calculates the number of watched episodes. However, these need to be grouped by playthrough, which means that I think that this has to be a separate query, this part, right? Because if we're trying to do like one to many mapping, I think that that has to be done through multiple queries, or my SQL isn't good enough to do it in a one mega select statement. So I think what happens here is the watch count actually, now that I think about it, episodes aired is very much still one number. So this should actually be like this still. And so episodes aired can stay in our like mega query in the DB. That's fine. But our watch check number of episodes watched stuff has to move. Okay. That seems reasonable to me. Seems reasonable. So what's gonna happen here? This takes like the what it was left. We joined these as watch count, as watch count and skipped count. Okay, so we just take those out. Watch count and skipped count. Okay, which means that whoever uses this get shows query now is probably doing the wrong thing. So this show indices, this basically says like if we had like many ways that we might query this stuff, right, in like different contexts. So what we did was we said like show from row indices. We give him like a query and tell him where to look for each of these fields. And it looks like now probably we have removed the watched thing and the skipped thing. And everything after watched is going to have to decrease by 1. Yeah. And let's just get rid of the skipped and watched thing. Okay. And we kind of just have to do this, give this treatment to everyone. So here, 8, 9, 10. All right. And is that all of them? Looks like it was 2 cases, yeah. Okay. So, and then both of these guys are using the get shows query, I assume. Okay. Cool. So now this show from row indices can't do the right thing, right? Because he wants to, he wants to get the skipped episodes and watched episodes, and he can't do that now because that requires a second SQL query. So for now, we're just gonna like delete these. Episodes aired is going to stay as an I64, so this is just this. Okay, and then we can maybe get a little clever. These are box I64s, so maybe we just, can we do like, do boxes always have to have a valid thing? They do, huh? Can we do just like a box new this? Is that legal for now? I don't want to do it this way. I don't want to do it this way. Here's what we'll do instead. We'll say we have a struct TV show without watch status. Okay? And that's going to look very similar to a TV show for sure. But he's going to have those fields removed. So we just go, bloop, get the fuck out of here. This changes the type of this thing. And that means that everybody who uses this now is going to be like, yo, we don't have a full TV show anymore. We're missing part of it. And so we can write a little upgrade function. We can write a little upgrade function. So we can say probably here we'll write a function that's like we did this similar thing for the episode. So what do we do on what do we call an episode? It's like append watch status, yeah. Append show watch status. Okay. And he's going to take in self, probably. I don't know. And he's going to take in the TV show. without watch status. And he is going to return a get show error and probably a TV show. Fully fledged TV show. Wow. We'll say that this is unimplemented for a second. And we will just say self append show watch status. Show. Wow. Append show watch status. Okay, and then presumably whoever else uses this show indices is gonna have the same fucking problem. So it's gonna be like this. Wow. Self doesn't exist here. Okay. I guess that means that we should implement this as a free function. Wherever the fuck that was. We'll copy what he did. It was something that was like a... Hello? Where were we? Here, he took like a connection by reference. Oh, that's actually kind of sick, actually, because the connection by reference, I think, also resolves to a transaction. So we actually could have done what we wanted to do earlier this way as well. Yeah, it was... Where was it? I'm actually so confused. Show indices here. This one? Yeah, here we go. Okay. So instead of sub, he's going to take in a connection. And then the rest of this should be fine. Okay, so this is going to be append show watch status with self connection and show. Okay. And then the other guy is going to have the same thing. Append show watch status connection show. Dude, I've missed this S like 40 times. And then a question mark. All right. Cool. Cargo build. He does not build. TV show is missing a few things at 1481. Okay. I guess we could run a cargo check. That's even cooler. A little fast version. Okay, so we compile again. Let's fucking go. Now we just have to implement this. So what's he going to do? What's he going to do? He's going to do some form of like... for playthrough. For each playthrough. We kind of want to do some sort of query that's like, get all episodes in watched table, right? And then we want to like group by playthrough ID and then like count the other field, right? So can we do like SQLite group by count, right? That's kind of what we're looking for. Group by, group by, group by, group by. With group by clause. Here we go. So we select album ID count from this. Okay, yeah, this is exactly what we want. This is exactly what we want. So connection dot prepare. Let's maybe do it in SQLite browser first. Select playthrough ID count. Oopsies. Count star from episode watch status group by playthrough ID where show ID is equal to 14, right? Let's just see. Fuck. Near playthrough ID syntax error. Is it like this? No. Surely we need this, right? Can we just do this? Let's start here. Select playthrough ID from this. No column show ID. Episode ID in select episode ID from shows from episodes where show ID is equal to 14. A little extra stoof. Hit play. All right, so that took like a billion years. That's not good. There also are way too many things, so we're doing something wrong. Thanks for out here. I'm hooked like hardcore drugs. Hooked on your virtual GPU content right now. YouTube autocorrect. I did a digital design course not too long ago with FPGAs. I'm hoping you get to the point of turning one to somewhat working graphics device under pressure. Yeah, I'm excited. Should be good. Thanks for letting me know. Why does this not work? Select episode ID from episodes where show ID is equal to 14, right? This should give us not that much stuff. Oh. I see. It's because I used the wrong word, and instead of like gracefully failing, it just treated as null. That's much better. Much better. So that's 39 episodes for a show. That makes a lot more sense. And then can we select playthrough ID, count star, group by playthrough ID? All right. Wait, that's really good. So we have playthrough 0, 38, playthrough 1, 1. Nice. And then can we just swap this out for skipped episodes for the other version? I don't know if we have any skipped episodes. So let's start with this. This seems like a good query. Why is there stuff happening in the fucking... Oh, it's from SQL browser, I see. Where was I? I was in DB, and it was in something like append show watch status. Sounds like it. Okay. This is our query. Okay. So connection, prepare. Let statement is equal to this, I think is how we've been doing this. Then we say statement. I can't remember. I can never fucking remember. Prepare query. Here we go. Dude, why is my syntax highlighting so fucked up? That's so annoying. I think something's falling the fuck over, and I guess we just live with it. So we statement query, and we unwrap for now because I don't want to deal with it. Okay. Here, I probably need to unwrap as well. It needs to be viewable. Okay. And then we should be able to go like return. We'll say let mute num watched is going to be like a vector, right? And here we're gonna go like for while is it let some row is equal to rows next unwrap or something. We're gonna be like num watched a push something, right? I guess it's gonna be like num watched at. We're gonna have like the playthrough ID here, right? As an I64. I guess there's a case here where it crashes because there is no playthrough at all. We haven't started watching. But that would give us no row here. So anytime we get a row, we should get the playthrough ID count. Yeah. Okay. So it should be something like this, right? Something like this. What does our TV show type say that the number should be. I want TV show with watch status. I64s. It wants I64s, so count I64. Chillin'. So then we should be able to do like if num watched is less than or equal to playthrough ID, we need to do a num watched resize to the correct size. So playthrough ID plus 1 with the value of 0. Okay. Okay, unnecessary parentheses. And here we need to do the same thing with a little try into unwrap. Ugh. Blech. Gross. I guess it's reasonable he's making me handle my errors. That's the reason that we love Rust, but like, fuck you. Okay? Then we can just say num watched at playthrough ID is equal to count. And we should probably do like a little assert that are if num watched at playthrough ID is not equal to 0. I think that's like a bug, so assert here seems reasonable. Seems fine to me. Yeah, something like this. Oh my god, okay. Playthrough ID U is playthrough ID try into unwrap. Should never fucking happen, but like fine. Fine. And then here we do playthrough ID U. We can kind of like get these everywhere now. Right, skip all of these extra conversions. There we go. There we go. He's still mad about all sorts of shit, but that's fine. And now we should be able to do like num skipped is very similar. And I think that we might be able to do something clever. I suspect that this select statement will work just fine for both the skipped and episode watch status. I think that like their table formats are close enough that this statement will work. So maybe we do like this and we say like for like table name with the output vec, right? In, and then we do something clever, like we go, hold on, let's get our indentation right. So we do like episode watch status and num watched, right? Like this. These go in a little tuple, and then we do the same thing for skipped episodes and num skipped. I believe that this should be fine, right? Then we can do something that's like from table name, which gets like a little format like this, you know? And then also he should probably be mad that the show ID is not right here. So this needs to be queried with show ID 0 or something. Why is he mad about like multiple mutable borrows? Oh, probably because we haven't updated this. So num watched now, everywhere we say num watched needs to be replaced with output vec. Fuck. There, now he's happy for the most part. He's complaining about unwrap split. You can redefine a variable name in this fine language. That's true. Do I want that anywhere though? I kind of thought the playthrough ID I was going to use in somewhere else. I thought I was going to keep it around. But you're right. I'm down to just fucking run it with playthrough ID. In which case we should just take it. Yeah, fine. Fine. If you're gonna be like that, then we should just be able to like return our TV show that has all of the fields from our TV show without watch status plus some. So I guess we'll go to the definition and just yoinkies. Delete all the pubs, and then we'll do something like QQ find the colon. No, it's QQ yank till colon. Go to the start of the next word, paste, delete, back, show dot. I think that's right. And then episodes watched and episodes skipped are just going to be num watched into boxed slice and num skipped into box slice. I always thought it was gross, but I legit miss it now in other languages. Yeah, I agree. I was against shadowing in C++ land, but I think that if you have good namespacing and you can only shadow things within your namespace, then I think it's probably fine. I think there's probably still some risk for sure, but like for the most part, I'd way rather just be able to like alter the type of something as I go. For sure. I agree. All right. Let's build. Builds. Does it run? So probably our web page will be broken as fuck. Yep. Oh, we actually crashed. What do we do here? Unwrap on something. So 1325. We did want to assert that it is equal to 0, not that it's not equal to 0. We're expecting, we want to fall if we hit the same playthrough ID twice. Okay, so now we have this case where every single show is completely unwatched from the perspective of the JavaScript because the format of the data has changed. But let's take a look at links and see if the network response at least looks sane. This looks good to me. 38.1 here. And do we have, let's like set some skips up as well. So can we look at the response here? So 38.1, 02. And then I forget, was it 00 in the case where we had no skips? This is a problem. So we probably want to I guess before we, at the end here, we just make sure that the arrays are the same length. I think we do this. Num watch dot resize num skipped len with 0. And we just kind of do that both ways. And then I believe that we're chilling. So here we'll just be like, if in some, make sure all playthroughs are accounted for in both arrays. Then it should be look a lot better. Refresh. Right, so we go here now, and now we have 0, 0 here, which means that we can kind of just blindly index into this thing, which is sick. Which means that, like, theoretically we can start a third playthrough. So this lets us go up to 3 now. And then when we mark this, we refresh, and then we can go up to 4. Yeah, nice. Nice. That looks pretty good. Okay, now we just need to look through our JavaScript and try to figure out all the places where we fucked up looking at show number of episodes. And we need to group them by, playthrough. So here, I guess we'll say that we are at 5950, and we're looking at show JS updates for multi-show playthrough. Okay. All right. So let's look at the watch list here, and we should see like episodes aired, and we replaced these with episode aired 0 before. This needs to get fixed, so this should just be episodes aired. And here, instead of going through group shows by watch status, so if we're trying to like figure out that these should be in the next up category, my gut kind of says that we should look at the last one or any of them. Yeah, so if it's only finished if all playthroughs are finished. Okay. It's paused if the show is paused, sure. I think that it might make sense to pause a playthrough. Not whole show. Because I can imagine that like I tried to watch this show 3 times. Maybe it's like in program. Maybe it's like aired maybe half the episodes, right? A new season's coming out next month. And so I'm like, oh shit, what happened in season 1 again? I want to rewatch season 1. Oh, no, pause and skipped are different. Never mind. Pausing does not mean skipped. I was thinking that like I wanted to be able to flag that like I didn't want to watch some episodes, but I guess that's what skipping is for. Pausing is for like I don't give a fuck about this show. Don't tell me about it. Pausing is for like if the new episodes air, basically auto skip them is essentially what pausing is. So that's fine. That's fine. So this is a good condition still. This is not a good condition. So here we kind of just want to say we want to check all episodes. We want a function that's like all episodes watched or skipped in all playthroughs. Is this a good function name? So this is just gonna go. I guess we can do like episodes watched. Is there like an array sum in this language? Is there like a like just a fucking auto do this for me? Reduce. Uh yeah, that's I don't think that's worth it. Sum all elms. For x of array, sum plus equals x, let x equal 0, return x. Okay. I used to be so into the functional programming, but I kind of like this better now. I still like the idea of naming loops. I do like that still, but I'm not really convinced that this reduce that they wrote, like, no way, this like syntax soup, there's no way this syntax soup is better than a for loop, right? Right? There's no way. There's no way. This is fine. We'll live. So if sum all elms of show episodes watched plus sum all elms of show episodes skipped is, we basically want to say this is equal to show episodes aired times show episodes watched dot length. This is what we want. So then we can say if all episodes watched or skipped in all playthroughs show, then we got this, and then we just want to say we want another thing that's like any playthrough in progress. And this is going to be the same thing. We're going to loop over playthrough of show episodes watched. And we'll just say if this return true. Any playthrough has watched episode. If any playthrough has watched episode of show, then it's in next up. Right? Because this covers the case where all of them are watched, and then this is like, okay, so have we done any? And then this otherwise it's unstarted. I think that's fine. We will see. We will see. He's a mad little bitch, this guy. Some all elms, some is not defined. I'm a dumbass. Fine. Like, if you're gonna be like that. That looks promising. That looks promising for sure. So if we mark all of these as watched in our second playthrough of Black Sails and all unwatched in the third playthrough, it goes away. And then we start on our second playthrough. Oh, that's not good. Something's wrong here. Oh, maybe not. Maybe we just didn't mark. Oh, right. We wanted playthrough 2. Playthrough 2 marked as watch. Okay, so now in this state, we go back to shows. Black Sails not next up. Right? But we go here, we go playthrough 2, start an episode, go back to shows. Now Black Sails is next up. Now we should probably default to the most in progress playthrough. Probably, maybe. I'm not really 100% sure on this. I'll just put a fix me on it because I'm not really sure. But here we should be like, fix me default to most in progress, like latest in progress playthrough or something. Probably something like that. Okay. Now we need to fix these bars. These bars are fucking broken. So I guess that's still a JavaScript update. I guess. It kind of feels like a new thing. So we'll call this, we were saying like fix show categorization for new API. I think that's kind of what we were doing there. And then we'll say that we are on add, I guess it's kind of this, show multi playthrough and overview. That's kind of what we're looking at now. This is done. We don't need to do that. Okay. All right. So these bars are, I think, just like divs stacked next to each other in a flex box or something. How do we check that? Inspect this thing. Like, where can we like not find stuff here? Okay. So can I like inspect here? What is this? Yeah, so we have div show progress has class numWatched. So this is probably green, yellow, red, essentially. And we do width is probably calculated relative to the number of episodes in the show, would be my guess. So this is probably in show.js or in watchlist.js would be my guess. And can we just look for like numWatched? Maybe we'll just search this. Okay. So here, this is calculated in showcard.js. Oh, because I think this is used in multiple places, which is probably why. Right, because this show card is also shown in the movies section, which is broken because something is trying to unconditionally look at show episodes aired, which is not good. Here. Oh, that makes sense. So I think this is fine. If show episode aired is not undefined, and show episodes aired is greater than 0. Here we need to fix this. So I think we want to like iterate. I think we want to do something like this. So okay, so this is the movie case. The movie has like just like a bool watched or unwatched. So this is fine. Progress starts at 0. We set it to 100% if the show was watched because it was a movie. So in here we want to iterate. We basically want to add like multiple progress bars. Is kind of what I'm thinking. So I think we want to do something like progress here is going to be an array of 0. Progress equals 1.0 for a movie. I don't think we need to support multiple playthroughs for a movie because there's not really much value in that, right? There's the like showing, you don't need to track within a playthrough of a movie. You're just like, I watched this or I didn't. So I don't think there's any point in like trying to handle this. It would just be like code for the sake of code, or like for some sort of like neurotic, I want things to match up that way. So I think it's fine for movies to just be like yes or no. Okay. So then we just have to say what? What? This is like this maybe? And then we do like const progress, progress, push 1.0, append maybe? I don't remember. JavaScript array append. Is it push or append? I can never fucking remember. I looked this up yesterday. Push. Wait, was that in the question or the answer? Push. Yeah, okay. So here we're gonna go like for show episodes watched. It's gonna be like something like this. We're gonna do like progress push num watched out of episodes aired. Okay. Seems fine. Now it looks like in some cases this could be undefined, probably because what episodes aired is 0. Is that how JavaScript works? You have like a 5/0 infinity. No. Oh, I guess there's an else case here. No. Okay, so it started as 0 before. I don't understand what case it could be undefined in, but I'm sure like fucking JavaScript, right? So who knows? Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. But otherwise, okay. So we're gonna. I think that what I want to do is I want to kind of make multiple watched divs, one per progress bar. That's kind of how I'm feeling. So what does like our CSS rules for like num watched look like? This just has like, oh, this is just bracket show progress. So this is the progress div. And so I guess we just do this multiple times. Right? So this stuff kind of comes down here and we go for I don't know, elem of progress. We append the child. Then we create the skipped and unwatched divs and put those into the progress. So I think all of this just goes in the for loop now. And progress now just becomes like elem. Okay. And we have to give this same treatment to skipped progress here. So this calculation comes out like this. Okay. skipped progress is this. Skipped is not equal to undefined. Here we did and episodes aired is greater than 0. That seems reasonable. Although episodes aired could be undefined. I think that we can kind of say if show episodes aired is not equal to undefined, we have the same thing to do here. Yeah. That kind of makes sense. So we go like for num skipped of show episodes skipped, we have skipped progress push. Which makes this kind of fucked up. Is there like a JavaScript zip array map function? Okay, we'll just go for JavaScript for loop integers. Like, how do I just like loop over numbers in this language? Is it like a C style? Yeah, it is. Let I equals 0, I is less than progress length plus I. We say const progress lm progress lm is equal to progress I, and skipped lm is skipped progress I. All right. So this is progress lm. Now we have to do the same thing for skipped lm. Okay. And like maybe that works. There's a chance. I'm not like against it. You know, I think the chances that this works are actually extremely slim because I'm shit at writing code, but you know. It could work. It could. Okay, so we're in movies now. Let's go to shows. He's mad. Num watch is not defined. What? Oh. Fine. If you're gonna be like that, if you're gonna be like that. Oh, that's pretty slick. That's pretty slick. So if I go in here and I start like slamming episode watched, like I've watched 2 seasons here. That's pretty good. Look at that. Look at that. We've got one progress bar for our first playthrough, another progress bar for the second playthrough, and then if I go to like playthrough 3 and I watch one episode and play through 4 and I like skip a bunch of episodes, I can't do that for some reason. That's weird. Because playthrough 3 I can skip. Can I skip on playthrough 4? What the fuck? I think that when I click this, it's applying it to the one before. Somehow. No, now it's working fine. It might be related to having to refresh after starting a new playthrough or something. I think there's probably a bug there. But look at that. Look at that. That's pretty slick. Now, the problem here is that it's kind of making that element too big. And I don't really know how that's going to make it look when it's in like a big list of other stuff. So can we look at black sales here? Does it kind of like fuck up the alignment of everything? I think it's fine. I think it's fine. I think it just makes this row taller. But then everything else stays aligned underneath. So I think it's fine actually. Like I'm kind of okay with that. It just means that like shows that I watch more times will be bigger. The rows for those will be bigger. But I think that the flexbox is like keeping everything aligned anyways. Yeah, fuck it. Fuck it. It's totally good enough. Um. Okay. Yeah, and then movies. These guys, I'm not seeing the watch status on these at all, which is a little. Oh, on watched I am, but unwatched I'm not. So you probably want something like this. There we go. That's better. Yeah, that's fine. It's fine. Does the calendar view work? Calendar view is working for anything that I have not watched. I think probably the unwatched section of this. Why? Wait, whoa. Unstarted. Why is nothing unstarted? Why is nothing unstarted? That's not good. We should be seeing a bunch of shows that I have not ever looked at before. Like the ones that are showing up here, like Slow Horses or Bad Monkey. Why are those not showing up? That would be in watch list. There is like group items by watch status, right? Group shows by watch status. So this was unstarted shows. So this is showing as caught up. Which means that this is triggering. Because here, if show episodes watched length is equal to 0, we have to say that this is false. Right? We're getting 0 equals 0 in this. Which I think is fine. Maybe seasons, numbers, overlays in style of badge on top of poster image, and the total progress line under. Season, numbers, overlay, and style of badge on top of poster image. Hold on, let me just. Okay, this is fixed. That's huge for us. I'm actually okay with unstarted shows. Oh, the unstarted shows should probably show red on the bottom. But let me think of what you just said. So you're saying like I have like. Let's go to like black sales. So you're saying we take this. Why did that not copy paste? Copy. Paste. Bigger. So you're saying like seasons get like layered on top or something. So you have like 1, like 2, 3, 4, 5, like on top or something like this, and then they kind of like sit like this or something. Not really sure what you mean. I also don't really care about like this is more for like quick overview so I can see how far in I am. I'm not really too worried about like showing anything, but I'd be interested to know what you mean, just in case I do think it's something I'd like. Okay. Show card. We want to make sure that in this case, so we want like show episodes aired is not equal to undefined, and show episodes watched length is greater than 0. I think that's what we want. So then we will end up in this else case for unstarted TV shows. I think. Yeah, there we go. Now we got the little red line under. Let's go, baby. Everything is coming together. Everything's coming together. All right. So what's next here? Let's go to black sales and unpause again. And can we go through and like mark all unwatched, mark all unwatched, mark all unwatched, mark all unwatched. Okay. So black sales. There's something wrong here where when I start playthrough 2, this actually feels okay. It's not like I'm going to start multiple playthroughs at once, so that's not the end of the world. I was going to say it's something weird where this, I can't go to start playthrough 3 by starting playthrough 2. But that's like, while that is shit, I don't think it should be a blocker for merging. You know, so we can maybe put a note in here and somewhere just be like note where's like the max set? This. Note this means if we try to start 2 playthroughs back to back, we have to refresh the page. Not ideal, but in practice, not a problem. All right. I'm willing to take that hit for now. Then, is that it? Is this the whole feature? We just like watch some, we go to shows, he says that he's next up. I go to, oh, we wanted to fix this. This is bad. We wanted to fix the fact that it should auto select latest playthrough. Because it sucks when we come in here and it's like, what episode am I on? Oh, fuck, I forgot to go to the latest. Okay, so let's look at this. So, on here, we basically just want to set the playthrough to this playthrough is this. So we want to do like playthrough input value is like let's if I just like write this to 2 here, does that kind of solve my problem? I click here, it gets set to 2 as soon as we get in. Okay, so because that triggers this path. So we should just be able to be like I guess we don't need to go through it that way. That's stupid. So here we'll just say that the value is going to be the maximum one. So we go for function latest playthrough show episodes show. I think show's fine. For what's in show again? Show episodes watched of this. Oh, we want to go for let I equals 0. I is less than show episodes watched length. This is I. We do something that's like num watched is show episodes watched at I. Num skipped is episodes skipped I. And we just say num skipped plus num watched is less than episodes aired. I guess we kind of want to go backwards, right? We want to go like I is greater than or equal to 0. Minus I minus minus or something, right? So you go here, we start at the latest one, we go backwards. As soon as it's lower, we return. Is this stupid? Is all of this stupid? Do we just pick the fucking latest? That feels way more reasonable, right? Yeah, why would we do anything else? Why do we do anything else? That seems totally fine. So I come in here, I go to Black Sails. He's on playthrough 2. And then I go to playthrough 3. I start this. I hit shows. I go to Black Sails. He puts me on playthrough 3. Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know what the fuck I was thinking. I was thinking like go forward until like you hit one that's unlocked. But it's like obviously the latest one is the most important. Yeah, sick. Sick. It feels like it works. I think I'm gonna have to do some testing a little bit more. I have a little bit of like DB tests to do. The error handling in the database is kind of chalked at this point because I just hit unwrap everywhere. But otherwise, I think it feels like everything's kind of ready. I need to like heavily test this stuff because it's like a database I actually care about. It's like the only piece of software that I have data that I'm actually interested in. So I'll have to test the database a little bit, but it feels like it's ready to go. Let's just do a quick diff, just to make sure that we haven't left anything like obviously fucking stupid in here. So we added like a multi-playthrough button here, and we did just add a second remove show button. So let's get rid of that. I don't know why the fuck we did that. Get the fuck out of here. Show.js, so append to watch status. I think that this isn't necessary anymore. I think. Oh no, this is, because we're going one pass, right? So index a new playthrough, right? Append to watch statuses, okay. Yup, that's the stuff we were just looking at. We said every time that we interact with anything, we look at this playthrough now. Nothing crazy. Here we have some like hacks to work around the fact that we injected an extra playthrough, which is fine. Show card. Can we like not show white space? There we go. Yes, this is the stuff we just did. Nothing crazy. Watch list. Sum all LMs. All episodes watched or skipped. Yeah, nothing crazy in here. This switches to an array. Some error handling to do. We removed this from the get shows query because it is now a multi-element thing. We removed some stuff for some intermediate stuff. Nothing in here looks crazy. I don't see anything that's just like glaringly stupid as I kind of skim this, so that's pretty good. Database upgrade. Did we do anything fucking stupid here? We have some like SQLite upgrade flow, but we're basically just saying add playthrough ID to these, which is fine, and we upgrade. Yeah. Shockingly, nothing that stupid. Okay. So I don't see any glaring fix me's, any issues that I feel like I want to cover. Like basic sanity testing feels pretty good here. Kind of just overall, it feels like it's working. Right? My changes are kind of staying to whichever thing I'm editing. So pretty happy. I think we call it there. I know it's only an hour and a half, but you know what? We go over often, so going under every once in a while, not too bad. Not too bad. So thank you for watching, guys. If you liked what you saw, we stream most days at 12:30 Pacific time to 4 o'clock Pacific time. The 12:30 to 2 segment is kind of like happy hour, we call it. It's kind of like supplemental content. Today we were looking at the GPU project. We were trying to add a Zig library to both the Mesa and QEMU source codes so that we can have like a complex Zig GPU virtualized thing that is kind of tied together on both like this server and client side, you would kind of call it. So that's the kind of thing we work on there, where it's like there's no new feature coming of that, but it will set us up well for like GPU shader stuff tomorrow. I think that we probably won't look at this TV tracker project again in the near future. So we should be back tomorrow with GPU shader stuff again. So if you're new here, we've been working on this idea of re-implementing a GPU from scratch. So we have this playlist, I want to make a GPU. We've been slowly working through the software stack that's required on Linux to make a GPU work. What else? Like, subscribe, Twitch Prime. Happy Hour VODs are archived on Patreon and YouTube members if you want to see those. The mainstream segment, 2 to 4, what you're seeing right now, gets uploaded to YouTube VODs in playlists. So if these are available. If you want to see other stuff, we've done a lot of projects. You can check those out. Code for this will eventually end up on my GitHub under the TV tracker repo. And I think that's all. I think that's all the plugging. Thanks for watching, guys. Glad to have you. I've had fun. And I will see you guys tomorrow. YouTube, goodbye. And Twitch, let's find someone to raid.